Welcome in to the senior spotlights that we have for the 2025-2026 school year. For this one, as we exit our first semester, we say goodbye to 7 graduating seniors. And myself today, Joe Chirillo, joined up here on the desk with Josh Clingan, celebrating his success here at Waynesburg over his course. Josh, thank you very much for sitting down with us and being able to explain your time here at Waynesburg.
Well, thank you for having me, Joseph.
Oh, yes. So we'll get into the first question that we always have. Why Waynesburg? Why did you come here? What made you choose Waynesburg? You're from far away, so what made that decision for you to come here to Waynesburg University?
So, funny thing is, my dad was actually born not too far from here. He was actually born in Uniontown, so it's kind of like something like coming home a little bit, getting a chance to see where my dad grew up. And honestly, we were moving to North Carolina, getting ready to move to North Carolina like 2 years before and coming here. So I just wanted to pick somewhere close, and I wanted to play basketball. So, and felt that Waynesburg was an option for that, and being able to come up here and spend literally almost 5 years here, it's been a blessing.
And so you said you came in for basketball and you played that for a year here at Waynesburg, and then you transitioned mainly heavy into that sports information area. You've been a major part in a lot of the sports information roles over the course of the fall, winter, and spring sports. So just explain to me how that went through, how you got into that sports information. You've worked with a few different sports information directors and grad assistants. How has that experience been for you here at Waynesburg?
Oh, I feel like that's been like a big part of my journey. Like, it was like I didn't really get started fully into sports information until like my sophomore year. I had my freshman year, I had a class with Professor Krause during my spring semester, and I got to work like a couple baseball games, softball games with Bobby Fox, and honestly, it just went from there. Like that first semester of my second year, I worked like 60 events, and it was. I was like tired after that, but I loved it so much. Like it was like that good, and I feel like that's kind of what got me to where I am today. And working with the Sports Info Group, with Ryan Martin, Daniel Rogers, a few times Darian Allensworth, but working with those guys, it's been like awesome. And dealing with obviously Bobby leaving for like a little bit during my junior year, and being with Andy Stanko, having him come back, taking over before Bobby returned again. What am I supposed to do with that? But you know, the transition between those two, just learning what they've done and like just peeling their brains, it's been like, hey, it's been awesome working with those two. Just like I said, peeling off that information from them, seeing what it's like, and I feel like being in sports information, it's an absolute blessing.
And so one of the things that you have with that adversity that you've been facing is that you've been able to work with multiple different organizations, not only with Waynesburg University, but outside of it, with the connections that Waynesburg has, with the Washington Wild Things being one of the big ones. You've been there for 2 years. Walk me through how you've been able to get that and what that experience has led for you so far.
So after my sophomore year, I was looking at internships because that's kind of what my parents wanted. They got me into that, like thinking, what are we gonna do for like these next couple of years?
Right.
How am I gonna like get myself out there? So I had conversations with Professor Krause. He helped me get in touch with Kyle Dawson, who was the alumni of Waynesburg and alumni of this department, and obviously from then on, we have like had like a working relationship. But if he needs something, and if I need something, like we're like still like constant talking to each other.
Heck yeah.
And it's like that's just, that relationship is very, very great. And I feel like if I had a chance to go back, I would, because of that relationship, being able to be there for 2 years, learning from him as well. Like we talked about what I learned from Bobby and Andy, but also from Kyle as well on the professional side. So that's being there for 2 years. Hopefully I get another year out of it, but if what I've learned from him, it's been, I mean, hopefully if I get somewhere or outside of Pittsburgh area, and hopefully being able to do what I learned from him just builds on to what I can do over these next couple of years.
So we've mentioned a lot of different people coming into this that have been able to help you throughout your career. So just name a few people, whether it's professors, fellow students, just friends, family, that have been able to help you through the course of your years here. It's been 5 for you. We like to call you the little grandpa that's on the floor sometimes. But so just name a few people that you would want to thank for your time here in Waynesburg.
Yeah, well, first of all, my mom and dad. I mean, they've been, even though I haven't been by their side physically for these past 4.5 years, I mean, they've been, and I've really talked to them every day. They check up on me, see how I'm doing with classes, how I'm doing with jobs. And of course, I mean, like when I went back to North Carolina over Thanksgiving break, they were like getting on me for like, where are you gonna find a job? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's like they're like so like they're there for me, and they keep me on track. And I love that even though I've not been there for most of the years during my time here, I mean they just have that love for me, and the fact that I can and call them if I need help. I mean, they're able to come up at times. I mean, there was a time last year when I think I got in like a car accident, and my mom after I called her, she was like, "I'm coming up the next day to get your car," and it was like, "Mom, you don't need to do that." But I mean, I was still able to drive the car, but it's like, Mom, I'm okay. I can wait the week, and then you can come up and we'll drive down together. But it was like that, like that's just when you know, like a family that wants to be there for you, that feels like that whenever you get that opportunity to like grow and see the improvement that I've done as a person. I mean, that's just. I can't put it into words of how it feels. So like it's that loving factor.
Yeah. And so we ask this question every time. Sometimes people know, sometimes they don't. It's okay. But we're all wondering what is next for Josh Clingan after he graduates in about a week or so.
Yeah.
What is next for you?
So over these next couple months after I'm done, I'm just gonna take the time to be with them, be with my family, enjoy the next 3 months I got. But it's just start looking for jobs. Obviously, like I'm not going to put in anything out there, but do I want to come back to Waynesburg? Of course, because it also opens up a job for the Wild Things. But I'm also open to like going like anywhere. Yeah, honestly, like that's. I mean, as my dad usually says, go where the money goes, and sometimes you're like, well, Dad, what if I want to come back here? Well, no, you go where the money goes. And if it gets you the experience as well, that's a plus. Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, let's see what my options are open. I mean, as of right now, I've actually looked on like job opportunities I've applied to that are on like the high D1 level. So obviously, will those work out? I don't know, but I'll just put myself out there, and if I'm able to get a job somewhere in the next month, or even if it takes a couple more months after the season, after the school year, what you gonna say? What's
gonna happen? And then the last thing that we got, you've been here for 5 years. You've been able to work with a lot of people within the department. You've gone through a lot of different phases of your life through freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. What is some advice that you would give to current students and future students as well?
Well, obviously get involved. I mean, for you to come into this department, you got to be able to get involved the moment you get here. Like that's a given. But to take a little bit more to that, enjoy the grind. Like that's kind of how it is. I mean, we both know like we've been up here on the 4th floor doing work for like hours, and usually that time doing all that it pays off in the end, because for you, like, you've done like a lot of good things with Lucin, with WCTV, and since like last year, I've been able to do a lot more with Sports Info, just from like those long days. Because trust me, it's gonna happen. You're gonna go through that. So I think just that, enjoy the ride. There are gonna be days that you're gonna hate, and probably you don't want to be around people, but trust me, you're gonna love it. You're gonna enjoy it, and obviously for me, having to come back this extra semester, it's actually a blessing, because I get to see you and everybody else one more time and actually get a clear goodbye.
Yeah.
Clear goodbye. So I mean, just enjoy it. Like these are 4 years that you're never gonna get back.
Yeah. Well, Josh, thank you very much for sitting up here talking about your success that you've had over the course of the years, and thank you for all the hard work that you've given, not only the school, but the department and everyone a part of it. Thank you very much.
Sir. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much for tuning in to this Senior Spotlight edition with Josh Clingan. Make sure to stay tuned here on WCTV for more Senior Spotlights and, of course, more content to come.